Best practices for creating a safe sanctuary. As ministry leaders who frequently interact with a wide variety of church members, we want to make sure we create relationships and environments in which we feel safe and those we work with feel safe. Safe sanctuary best practices can help us do that. Safe sanctuary practices often focus on children and youth, but really, they apply in any situation that involves a power difference between people. Power can come from being older, bigger, stronger, or by holding a position of authority. This includes older youth working with younger children and adults working with other adults who are in a vulnerable position either temporarily or by virtue of a mental or physical disability. The following best practices will help you create environments that are safe for you and for those you work with. The rule of 3. The rule of 3 means that there should always be at least 3 people in a group. That can be 2 unrelated adults and 1 young person, 2 adults and 1 vulnerable adult, or 2 young people and 1 adult. The rationale behind the rule of 3 is to deter harmful behavior on the part of someone in a more powerful position and to prevent false accusations of harmful behavior. More specific guidelines on grouping when working with children and youth will be covered during the children's ministry and youth ministry segments of this training. Always be visible. All interactions between adults and young people or adults and vulnerable adults should be carried out in public areas and be visible to others. The windows built into office and classroom doors help create visibility, but maintaining open doors during activities such as meetings and classes is preferable. In situations where privacy is needed, conversations should be held in public areas out of earshot but within eyesight of others. Like the rule of 3, maintaining visibility deters harmful behavior and false accusations. More specific guidelines on maintaining visibility when working with young people will be covered during the children's ministry and youth ministry segments of this training. Use good touch. Physical contact is a natural part of interacting and communicating with others, and we want to make sure the contact we give makes others feel good. So, what's the difference between good touch, bad touch, and confusing touch? Good touch makes others feel safe, comfortable, and respected. As a general rule, good touches stay away from what we call the swimsuit area, or any part of the body that is usually covered by a swimsuit. Good touches can include high fives, side hugs, and holding hands in prayer. A smile could also be considered a good touch. Conversely, bad touches make others feel harmed, degraded, or even angry. Bad touches are those that can be physically painful or involve intimate areas. Examples of bad touches include pinching or groping. Bullying and intimidating behaviors can also be considered bad touches. Confusing touch makes others feel uncertain or wary. Touches that are confusing could include things like staring, a prolonged or too tight hug, or teasing. Even roughhousing or tickling could be considered confusing to some, especially if they are not used to that kind of behavior at home. It's important to remember to respect everyone's unique sense of personal space and comfort level with physical contact. Before initiating physical contact, it's wise to offer it first. For example, you can ask, "Do you need a hug?" rather than simply hugging someone. No matter how well you know those you are serving, remember that as a volunteer or staff member, you are working in a professional capacity, not as part of a family or close friend group. Although it may seem a bit unnatural sometimes, being careful about how you physically interact with others and the words you use is crucial to ensuring their comfort and safety as well as protecting yourself. When it comes to touching, intentions are not key, so play it safe. Use media responsibly. Sharing pictures and recordings on social media, the Lord of Life website, or other publications is a common and fun way to celebrate events, inspire people, and share information. But be sure whatever you share is in line with Lord of Life's mission, vision, and Christian ethics. All public sharing should have a neutral or a positive tone. Lord of Life follows an opt-out media policy, meaning that consent to use media such as photos and video recordings for the purposes of promoting, celebrating, and sharing events is implied unless specifically stated otherwise. Some individuals may not be comfortable having photos, videos, or other media in which they appear shared publicly. Lord of Life respects this position and offers an opt-out form that they may fill out to prevent the sharing of media in which they appear. Perform a background check. A background check seeks to match an individual's identifying information, such as name and social security number, with people who are listed in the National Sex Offender Registry and National Criminal History Database. It also verifies previous addresses and other names used. All staff and volunteers over the age of 18 who, through their work at Lord of Life, regularly come into contact with children and youth must undergo a background check. Background checks serve as the first line of defense against allowing someone with a questionable history to have access to our most vulnerable church members. Ensuring the safety and well-being of those we serve is our highest priority. Following the best practices of the Rule of Three, maintain visibility, use good touch, share with permission, and perform background checks helps protect all of us.